The Faded Podcast with Darren and Oscar.
I'm gonna just go out and say it. I fucking hate this movie. This movie is trash. Sonic has never been good. Not since the 90s. The movie was awful. And, 0 out of 10.
And why did they have Knuckles introduced in Sonic 2? He's supposed to be introduced in Sonic 3. They don't call it and Knuckles for no reason.
Yeah, it could have been better if they had Big the Cat. I'm just saying. He could have carried the movie, but no.
There could have actually been a scene if they had Big the Cat in it where where Sonic's drowning and he fishes Sonic out.
Froggy!
Wait a minute, you're not Froggy. And he throws Sonic back in.
No, the movie could be about Big. But okay, now that we have your attention, so welcome back to the podcast. Thank you guys so much for the support lately with some videos. And we'll do more of those, but here's a podcast for you guys about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Going back to our roots for this one.
So we made Sonic videos before. We had one, they were released or announced there's gonna be a live action Sonic movie. We kinda made fun of it. And then when the movie came out, we were pretty positive on that movie, the first one.
It ended up being surprisingly good, considering the history behind the production.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that when you listen to fans and fix your movie, it can turn out for the better.
Even if it is bullying them to change everything. I think we did say, out of all the video game movies out there, I think Sonic did it the best. But I say this one, I think the new one is much better. It did improve a lot from the first one.
I happily agree.
It's not flawless or anything, but I think it feels more like the video games. I mean, the first one felt more like a buddy movie with Sonic, It's just a typical fish out of water situation. And then it became a road trip movie for a few seconds. But overall, it was still good. But this one feels more like the games. Oh, let's grab all these characters. And it feels like how you play the games.
And it certainly relies on more than Jim Carrey to carry the movie. No pun intended.
Jim Carrey these nuts. But Jim Carrey said he's gonna retire, so they're gonna need another villain for the other movies.
Well, I guess they could always have Stone try to become the next Eggman.
Yeah.
Kind of like the cliffhanger from Sonic Saturday AM, where Snively is ready to take Robotnik's place as Tyrant, and we probably would have seen what would have happened if that show had a third season.
Yeah. So I guess before we talk about the movie, I'll ask you, what's your connection with Sonic? You grew up on it or anything? You have any good memories of it? Just so the audience knows.
First Sonic game I got was when my best friend got me Sonic Heroes as a birthday gift back in 2008, and I've occasionally dabbled in some of the games throughout my life since, and there are definitely some good moments in there. You can say I'm more of a casual fan.
Yeah, for me it was like, Sonic has been always around, but I've never been that attached to it. So I only played like 3 games out of a million of them. Like I had Sonic Advance 3 on the Game Boy, and I like that one. I had Sonic Riders on the Wii, and I hated the controls on that. And then I had Sonic Colors on the DS, and I really liked that one. So a lot of people are going to be screaming at me for saying that. You only play
Oh,
those
no.
games.
Well, I mean, it's understandable. You don't have time to play all the other games, and it's impossible to play every game.
Yeah. I know a good amount of Sonic anyways, so it's just never been those type of games I've been into. It's like the side-scroller jump platform stuff, it's just never been my thing. It's not just Sonic, it can be Mario, it can be old games, it's just never been my thing. But I do respect it, I understand the impact of it. And yeah, the more I look into like the characters and the stories, I'm just like, man, this is like a kid-friendly version of Dragon Ball Z. There's a lot of comparisons with the two. Whether it's like the Dragon Balls and the Chaos Emeralds, Goku goes Super Saiyan, Sonic goes Super Sonic, you know?
Well, it definitely doesn't feel like a ripoff, if you know what I mean, because they do some original stuff.
So yeah, it's not a huge ripoff or anything, but there's a lot of inspiration.
And I mean, yeah, Dragon Ball Z can be targeted towards kids at times, but it's more for older kids. And I don't know this for sure, but my guess is that the original Dragon Ball, which Z is the sequel series of, is targeted more for kids, and Z is is more for the older audience who had seen the original Dragon Ball as a kid. You know, Z seems to be more for older kids and teenagers.
Yeah, I think like when they grew up with it, so it's now becoming, you know, their series. So on to the movie. So yeah, like we said, we were pretty fair on the first one, but this one, yeah, this is much better.
It's definitely the best video game movie I've seen since the first one.
Yeah, I'd say like Knuckles was the best part, and I know like Knuckles nowadays in the games and shows, he's more of this dumb character, but he's strong, that stereotype. And I'm kind of glad they didn't do that.
Well, I mean, they did do it, but they didn't overdo it.
Yeah, there's like some moments, but overall, it just reminds me of like the OG Knuckles. He's always this character you rather play than Sonic. He was just this better version of Sonic, you know? Like, he can run as well, but he can like bash stuff with his hands, he can glide. Like, people always want to pick him over Sonic. And he was just this menacing, strong character. And then Idris Elba, who voiced Knuckles, he was really good.
Yeah, I mean, he honestly has the very tough, serious voice.
Yeah.
And he definitely has good chemistry with Sonic on screen.
Yeah, I just like their, you know, enemies at first.
That's exactly how it was in the games.
Yeah. And then Eggman by Jim Carrey, he was still good. I think he's more funnier now. He's like more comedic than the first one, because I think the first one we weren't too sure because he wasn't completely Eggman yet. But in this
now he's full on Eggman.
Yeah. So he was just fun to watch. Cause Jim Carrey's just basically a cartoon character in real life. He's just goofy. So he really delivered on Eggman. Well, I also like Tails. Tails was really good. Tails is adorable.
Clearly, the mid-credit scene from the first movie paid off.
Yeah. And Tails was voiced by the same voice actress. She did Tails for the other games. So that was nice.
So there's at least some connection to the games in that way.
Yeah. And Tails has always been like... He's always been the character who knows how to fix a plane. And you know, he can fly a plane. But sometimes he always has this weird geeky side where he's like... He can literally build anything. And it's just like a stereotypical geek. Which I never liked. He can be like... Oh, I can I have this paper clip and string. I can make a satellite out of this. It's just like too fake. But I don't think we have that. I don't think we have that Tails in this movie. I think he's more of the, oh, I can make gadgets and I can build a plane sort of guy. Like, he's smart.
Yeah, he's certainly not a Gary Stu.
Yeah.
In fact, there are actually parts of the movie where he doubts himself, like when Sonic asks him to accompany him on the adventure. He's like, I don't know if I can do it, and Sonic has to say that he believes in Tails, and they end up going on the adventure after he's able to convince him.
Which is nice because it did feel like the first movie with Sonic and that human guy, and the human was kind of like this mentor figure, and now it's like Sonic is mentoring Tails. So that was really nice.
I mean, especially after the beginning where Donut Lord is telling Sonic that he needs to be a lot more responsible and basically basically not be reckless, like what we were seeing with his first scene in the movie.
Yeah.
When he ended up destroying a whole block of Seattle just to rescue a bank hostage.
They gave me Andrew Garfield Spider-Man vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Early Tom Holland vibes, where he was at that point too.
Yeah.
It's honestly seems to be a thing for heroes, and Spider-Man is definitely a good example because Sonic is definitely trying to be like Spider-Man, or in this case, like Batman, where because he was because the whole car chase scene took place at night, and he was and the guy in the hostage was saying, "Are you trying to be like Batman?"
Yeah. It's nice seeing I like seeing Sonic and Tails together. They're cute. When Sonic puts a blanket on Tails and then Tails put his tails on Sonic, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I think the one thing say negative was they didn't really use Tails that much. Like, he was this damsel in distress guy. He could have done more.
Yeah, he helped Sonic out in the plane, just like in the ending of the second game.
But the thing was, Sonic didn't do a whole lot in the movie. He got his ass beat by Knuckles like 12 times. And then Knuckles was the one that knocked the Master Emerald out of Eggman. So basically, Knuckles did all the work. This is his movie.
Yeah, it's his movie. Not that it's a completely bad thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should have called it Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles was just the best part of the movie. And also,
Whoever wrote the movie was clearly having fun with it.
yeah.
Putting Knuckles in it.
Well, Knuckles he's just so good.
The only thing that I would say could improve upon his character is if they had some of his rap songs from the adventure games being played in the background. They could have even done it for the credits.
Maybe, yeah. There was some humans. There was like a side plot to it about the wedding in Hawaii, and I really hate it. I mean, that's just the bad thing. It was just the humans. They were terrible.
Well, clearly the movie was more focused on the animals, and it seems to be just a way to have gotten into the plot.
Yeah. It just made me wish like Sonic should have never came to Earth. I wish it was never like the humans and Sonic sort of movie, and now they have to rely on the humans a lot. I wish it was just like live action Sonic in his world, and that's all we get, because the best moments were literally Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and Eggman.
It seems that that's the movie they wanted to do, but since the first movie already had Sonic in the human world, they had to work with it too. Yeah. But to be fair, at least they're not trying to pull a Rise of Skywalker and trying to fix all the mistakes that the previous movie made to upset the fans, and they're just trying to work with it.
Yeah,
and it's definitely interesting to see Gunn in it, where it's clear that that while they are technically the good guys, they don't feel the nicest. And they're clearly going to stick around if the mid credits scene of the movie says something, but we'll get to that.
So yeah, Knuckles and Eggman, they met up pretty quickly in the beginning, and then they all have goals to defeat Sonic. Knuckles explained Sonic was, I don't know. I don't know. Sonic knows where the Master Emerald is. I think he's has a map or something, so that's why Knuckles was there. He wants to protect it. And Eggman just tags along because he wants to betray him at the end.
Turned out that that the map had a message from Longclaw.
Yep. Yeah.
Which I'm surprised that Sonic didn't accidentally activate the message. Yeah. And it turns out that Longclaw had wanted Sonic to go to Earth the whole time, so Sonic can find the Master Emerald.
Yeah. So Knuckles showed up. He beat Sonic up. Knuckles was cool, and then later on, Tails showed up, and he's like, "Hey, watch out for Knuckles." I'm like, "It's a bit too late, bro. You already beat him up."
Well, I did like how Tails was able to save Sonic from Knuckles in their first encounter.
Yeah.
Sort of a come with me if you want to live vibe.
Yeah.
Which they were clearly not so sure. They didn't say the lines exactly, but they implied it.
It is, yeah. And Tails is basically a huge fan of Sonic. Ever since that baseball thing with the blast, he's been watching him the whole time. I'm like, what?
Well, they're at least explaining how Tails was able to find Sonic.
Yeah. Rather than just jump through a ring hoop.
And Sonic was like, "Did you watch me shower?" And Tails was like, "No, because you only prefer bubble baths."
Yeah. They're cute together. They're fun. They're fun. And then they have to find a clue. It was in this pub, and then that led to a dance off. It's a little dumb.
It was definitely felt like they were trying to do a similar thing to the bar scene from the first movie.
Yeah,
but rather than a full-on bar fight, it was a dance-off.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny for a few seconds, and then they dragged it out more. I'm like, oh. Then Uptown Funk played. I'm like, oh.
I think they're 8 years too late on that craze.
Yeah. And then they got something, and then Eggman and Knuckles came again, and I'm gonna say this, all the action scenes are great. When we get to see them fight, it was really fun. It really felt like the games. You see Sonic using his speed as attacks, you see Tails flying, you see Knuckles, punching. It was fun.
And going back to the Dragon Ball comparisons, it definitely I'm sure that any Dragon Ball fan would enjoy the fight and probably say that that a live-action Sonic movie does a Dragon Ball fight better than a live-action Dragon Ball movie.
I think we could all agree on that.
I mean, I've never seen Dragon Ball Evolution, but
we can
I know that it's probably not worth seeing if all the fans hate it.
yeah. from what I heard.
But the point being that it definitely feels like one of those epic anime fights, and Sonic is definitely it's definitely not an anime noob.
No.
I mean,
Maybe.
he's had anime before, like Sonic X.
Yeah, that was a good one actually.
Well, we know that he's a Keanu Reeves fan, and Keanu Reeves has been in movies inspired by anime, like The Matrix.
Yeah. And then he calls up. I forgot the humans' names. I forgot their names, but calls them up saying, "Open the portal, cause there's an avalanche. Tails is hurt." And oh no, the rings were switched with the wedding ring. There's this comedic moment.
At that point, I would he should have just calmly explained the situation.
I think he just punched the guy just to get the ring.
I mean, seriously, what if this guy wasn't a secret agent from Gun?
Like, mate, just say, "Hey, wrong ring. Here's the real ring. Just switch it." That's the other thing. The humans' jokes, if you can call it that, they're not good. They're not funny. I didn't like any of it. I think they just tried too hard to make it comedic, but it didn't work. So he opened up the ring, and then Sonic survives in Hawaii, and they're like, "Oh no, the groom, he's a double agent." I was like, "Oh, that was random."
It turns out all the wedding guests are Gun agents.
Like, that was random.
It turns out that the guy that gave that gave Lord the Olive Garden card at the end of the first movie is the leader of Gun.
Yeah. So that was random. And then oh no, Eggman found the location to the Master Emerald.
Turns out it's in Hawaii.
Yeah, like literally right next to where they were. Out of all the places.
We kind of knew that that would probably be close to there, to be fair.
I just like those settings where it's like, you know, the Sonic worlds and that little area with the Master Emerald. Like, I want to see more of that. But we get more of the human world stuff, and it's not really fun to look at. Like the beginning of the first movie with the Green Hill, that was more fun.
Yeah, I want to see the if they do some of the plans in the sequels. Maybe they could reveal that Longclaw was actually alive this whole time, and maybe she's held captive somewhere.
They would do that, yeah.
I don't know, maybe have one of the villains who are not Eggman.
I feel like they'll have to. Like, I don't know if Shadow will be the next main villain.
Hey, let's not get there right now.
Yeah. Let's not say nothing. Let's not predict.
So anyways, they end up so anyways, back to the plot. After Eggman and Knuckles find the temple, Sonic ends up giving chase after he's helped out of Gun's captivity.
Yeah.
And has another fight with Knuckles after they all get past the booby traps and make it to the Emerald.
Again, Sonic is not good at fighting. I don't know if it's just Knuckles, he's just OP, like the games, but I just assumed, they would be equally strong, but no.
Well, Knuckles did say that he had been training his whole life.
Yeah. So there's that. And then, oh no, Eggman betrayed him. Knuckles was like, do you know the way?
Way to go, Knucklehead!
Then, yeah, Eggman took the emerald, and then he made this. I'm guessing it's from the games, the giant Eggman robot.
It's the final boss of Sonic 2.
Yeah. And damn, that looked really good. I like that. See, if they really done the realistic stuff, it would really not look good. But it really does feel like a cartoony movie, like the games.
And I didn't imagine it to be that colossal. And then the deputy of Green Hills was like, "This is just like the Stay Puft Man from Ghostbusters."
Then yeah, big fights. You know, Tails with the plane, Knuckles punching. Sonic did nothing.
Well, he was the distraction.
Yeah, Tails like went in with the gadgets. He did the duplication thing. And Tails was distraction. Knuckles punched Eggman. Emerald flies out. Sonic, being injured, he limps over. Grabs the emerald just in time. And he turns Super Saiyan.
Well, first they have a bit of a fake out where the emerald falls apart.
Yeah, that part, yeah.
Yeah, where they're already going for the adventure type story. If Gun wasn't enough, they have the Knuckles plots from the games where the Master Emerald falls apart. But wait, it turns out that the Chaos Emeralds were inside the Master Emerald, and then Sonic ends up going Super Saiyan. I mean Supersonic, and he's able to defeat Eggman's mech and Eggman.
Yeah, he kind of just knocked him off, and he fell to his death.
Yeah, Sonic has the advantage now.
Oh no, I just feel like could have used more of Supersonic, maybe like more fighting, more punches. I don't know, it just felt like it went by too fast.
Well, to be fair, Supersonic is pretty OP in the games.
Yeah.
And in the 3D games, he doesn't usually show up until the final boss. And it honestly probably would have been too easy if he was Supersonic throughout the movie. So honestly, I don't really have too much of a problem.
Sonic did say that. He's like, oh, I have a lot more maturing to do. I don't want to be OP. And then, yeah, he did use the supersonic powers for chili dogs, so that was kind of funny.
Always back to chili dogs for Sonic.
And then, yeah, everything's back to normal. Everyone's happy. Sonic has friends now, so that was good. It was weird because, like, the humans were talking about, oh, Sonic doesn't have any friends and all that, and then now he does. And like, okay, I mean, he wasn't really complaining about it or anything. We didn't have any moments where it looked like Sonic was lonely. Only,
It's
like, the first movie did. But
it's just a parent's concern.
yeah.
Whenever a parent sees their kids are not playing with some of the other kids on the playground,
Yeah.
it's sort of like that when Donut Lord was acting concerned.
Yeah. I did like the like how the first movie you see Sonic play baseball by himself and he was sad. And the second movie it ended with Sonic playing with his friends at the baseball place. So that was cute.
Definitely full circle right there.
Yeah. Like,
And they make you think that that they're going to leave the now repaired Master Emerald behind when they're going out to get ice cream.
yeah.
And then Sonic's like, "Whoop! Almost forgot that."
So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, definitely an interesting fake out way to end the movie.
So I couldn't see the very ending of the movie, so you're gonna have to explain it to me. and to everyone else.
It'll be my pleasure. So after we see another amazing credits where they recreate the plot of the movie with pixel art in a very lovely animation.
And Kid Cudi music.
So after that little recap, in case you fell asleep during the movie, they have a mid-credit scene where Gunn is cleaning up the debris of Eggman's now destroyed Mick, where we see that Eggman's sidekick Stone is still alive, and I know we didn't mention him, but we'll mention him now. So he's basically the assistant from the first movie who has returned to help out Eggman again. And the way he acts kind of makes me wonder if he's gay for Eggman. But yeah, it turns out that he at least survived the whole situation and is disguised as a gun trooper.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it turns out that Gunn had discovered a hidden capsule in a facility, and they open the capsule, and we see Shadow the Hedgehog in cryo sleep, which means that they'll be setting up his story for Sonic 3, the movie. I mean, it's definitely interesting because Knuckles was introduced in the third 2D Sonic game, but his movie appearance wasn't started in the second of these movies, and we have Shadow, who was in the started out in Sonic Adventure 2, but is going to make his movie debut in the third Sonic movie.
So that'll be cool.
And it's definitely interesting that they'll probably be focusing the third movie on him. In terms of Sonic Friends, like they're introducing him before Amy Rose.
I don't know if they're gonna bring back, or I don't know if they're gonna bring Amy in the movies. I don't know.
Maybe if Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles go to Sonic's homeworld in the third movie.
Yeah, I mean, Amy is basically a part of the gang. Like, she's like a memorable one.
Yeah, she was at least a classic character.
Yeah, but maybe she'll be in the next one. Who knows?
We'll just have to see.
We have a lot of good characters though. I mean, people wanted Metal Sonic, but people assumed he's gonna be in the next one. There's Silver.
That could happen.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
So yeah, it was fun. I really liked the movie. I think because they really handled Sonic well, and it was being taken care of by good people who do adore the franchise, and I'm glad like the fans and people enjoy the movies, and it made me appreciate Sonic more because of these. And out of all the video game movies out there, this is definitely the best ones.
It's definitely the video game movie I needed to see after watching that new Resident Evil movie, Welcome to Raccoon City, where they people that made that movie definitely tried, but didn't do it as well as the Sonic team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to just hope that Paramount and Sega can come out with one more movie to give us the best video game movie trilogy.
Yeah. I was surprised like they pulled it off with the sequel, because sometimes they would never work. This isn't a Spider-Man 2 of amazing sequels, but definitely improved. I mean,
It's
I like this
definitely-
more than the first one.
It's definitely spectacular, especially considering how well received sequels to video game movies can be. Take Mortal Kombat Annihilation, for example, where it too, from what I understand, that one also tried to have more elements from the games that was adapting from.
Yeah.
But movie apparently was too over convoluted.
Yeah.
At least according to a friend of mine that has seen that movie.
But we'll probably get another Mortal Kombat movie soon.
Yeah, we'll also do Mortal Kombat 2. That's probably the from what I've seen, that's probably the second best job done in terms of modern video game movie adaptations.
Yeah. I think we're more fans of Mortal Kombat than Sonic because we know Mortal Kombat more.
Well, that's debatable.
Yeah. But I was like, on the first movie. But, it's good. Sonic 2, really fun. It's not flawless, but you would definitely have fun with it.
No movie's flawless.
Yeah. The humans were shit, but you'll love Knuckles, you'll love Tails, you'll love Sonic, so you'll have fun with it.
All the humans except for Eggman and maybe Stone were not too good. I don't know. Maybe they'll improve. They should improve on the humans.
Yeah.
Well,
They just ditched them, to be fair. I mean, they didn't really do much. I don't know.
Well,
I guess they had humans as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's like Chris Thorndike.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll introduce him in the third movie.
Oh, I bet. Just thinking what other Sonic characters they could, introduce into the movies.
Well, they could have Big the Cat.
We need Big the Cat.
Or Cream the Rabbit. Well,
they have to do either Amy or Cream because I can't stand both of them.
I can definitely forgive the movies for introducing Shadow before Amy, but if you introduce Big or Cream before Amy, that's where I will draw the line.
Yeah. I mean, Big has to come first. I love Big.
I'd definitely be interested in, seeing him at least play a minor role.
I would love a 2-hour movie of Big the Cat just fishing for Froggy. I would love that.
I'm gonna be honest. I can relate some to Big, where he's just a laid-back guy who's just wanting to do his hobbies and not too concerned about all the chaos that's going on.
He just wants Froggy.
Yeah, I find Big pretty relatable.
Yeah, Shadow will be cool. Metal Sonic, that would be a good one.
Oh,
They could do that on.
Team Chaotix.
Chaotix, Silver.
I mean, Sonic Mania already gave us a comeback of Mighty and Ray.
Yeah.
And Mighty ended up being a Team Chaotix member.
And
maybe they could put Team Chaotix in the third Sonic movie if they decide to give Knuckles his own subplot, sort of do a Knuckles Chaotix type story.
Yeah. I don't know how many they're doing. They could do 6 if they're really good at it. The third one has to be really good just so they can make more. Because it's a lot of characters they have. And it's a lot of games.
And not every long-running movie series has to be part of a cinematic universe. It can just be its own thing.
Yeah.
And
Sonic's just big enough. They can do a lot of movies on it. I mean, Eggman wasn't like the only villain. There was like some other ones.
Yeah, I can pull up a list.
Yeah. There was the crocodile one. I remember him.
Which crocodile one?
The one with the chains and the headphones.
That's Vector the crocodile.
Vector.
He's a member of Team Chaotix. He's one of the good guys.
Well, he could be a baddie. There was Jet and Storm.
And an infamous example would probably be Iblis and Mephiles from Sonic 2006.
We could do that.
You know what? Now that I say it out loud, I'd be interested in seeing if they could do Sonic 2006 right.
They could fix it, yeah. I think there's people out there who, made a fan-made version that they just fixed all the problems.
Yeah. I mean, it introduced Silver the Hedgehog, who seemed to have gotten some fans over time.
Yeah.
It's just that his first appearance wasn't a good first impression of his character.
Yeah.
At least he wasn't Princess Elise.
Yeah.
Now that's a character that hasn't really gotten any fans. She probably has less fans than Big the Cat.
I don't know why anyone can hate on Big.
Well, I think it's just that he distracts from the Sonic games, and his fishing gameplay is kind of broken.
Yeah,
I think it'd be a lot more interesting to see him dive in the water after Froggy. And I don't know, maybe there could be some platforming. He could use his fishing rod as a grappling hook. Maybe use the line to swing around the city like Spider-Man.
I love that.
And I mean, not to mention he did get to be part of Amy's story in Sonic Heroes as the brute force of the group, and got to see him kick some ass in Heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if they're gonna have Amy in Sonic 3, they could have Big be part of her story.
Yeah. There could be something.
Yeah, look at us. We're already geeking out about possibilities of more Sonic movies.
We're not even the biggest fans of it, but
if you produce something that we like, then we are totally in for the long run.
I mean, I'm already sold on the movies.
We'll just have to see how they are 2 years later.
I mean, Sonic's been getting a bad rep the past 10 years, so it's nice to see the movies, like, giving them justice, giving them hope.
But if Mania didn't give enough people hope.
Yeah. They need to give them more. So,
and it definitely gives hope for more video game movies.
Yeah.
And even if that Mario movie announced ends up not being good, we can always have Sonic to fall back on.
Yeah. For once. But if this is Jim Carrey's last movie and he's retiring, then he did really good.
Certainly went out on a high note.
He's definitely a legend, so we'll miss his performance. And yeah, that's about it for this episode. Fun movie, I recommend it.
Me too.
And we'll see you next time. Don't know what
Make
we'll
sure-
do next time, but
Not Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, in case you were asking.
no. We'll think of something.
Yeah,
We always
maybe
do.
one. yeah, maybe something that we're a lot more interested in.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time.
Remember to eat your chili dogs.